Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this today's video we'll be building this confirmation page, and after that we'll be moving to this payment status page. Okay, so let's get started. And before that, let me tell you that what you have to do, just come to the payment underscore flow branch and take the pull from this branch. I have already pushed all the commits and the changes. So what you have to do, just take the pull from that branch and then come to this particular thing and just do the refresh. And what you have to do, just come to this search screen, click over here and then just press book now. Over here you can see that we have developed this booking details screen, and over here we have also implemented the calendar. And the moment you click on the pay now, you should redirect to this branch, this page, and then you can switch on to the payments mode, cash and payment. And after that, by filling all the details, by selecting the country, you can just click on the pay now. And the moment you click on the pay now, what we have to do, we have to show this confirmation page with the details of the information that the user has filled, and as well as the car image and the car model. And then you have to show how much the customer has paid, and then confirm button, and all redirecting this button, it should redirect to this particular page. So let's get started. So without wasting any more time, come to this particular thing, which is app navigator, open it side by side, remove the unnecessary imports, and just come to this particular screens folder. There you have this booking folder, right? So close this detail, close this payment, and now what we have, as we have discussed, that we are going to name it a confirmation folder, right? So let's come to this account, this booking, and add one folder which is confirmation, like this, and then just type confirmation. Like, see how the file names are. Let me show you. So file names are booking screen.tsx, payment screen.tsx. so it will be, let me add it, it will be confirmation. Okay, it will be confirmation.screen.tsx, like this. And then what you have to do, just type rnfe, and then it will be booking, B capital, booking confirmation screen, like this. It will be like this. Okay, so let's make the style folder confirmation.styles.ts, and then just copy the styles, whichever you think, and just come over here and paste it. Remove the unnecessary one, yeah, like this, and just remove the imports. Come to the app navigator and scroll down, and you can see that booking stack, the root stack. Over here we have to add that, which is booking confirmation screen. Okay, like this. And the moment you add this, you also have to add it in the routes. Let me do that, like this, and just copy this thing, go to the booking details screen. Over there you should see this button, and over here, yeah, we should go to the booking payment screen, so this screen, and over here you should see this button, and then we should go to this particular screen, booking confirmation screen, right? Like this. As you can see, we have added it into the navigation part. So let's do one thing. What I need the same styles, so I need the same header, same scroll view in the booking details screen, in the booking confirmation screen. I'm going to copy paste like this, and let me close the tags, yeah, like this. Import the header from components, import the scroll view from React Native, and we need also styles, so I'm going to add those styles over here. Let me import it from confirmation, and just save the file, remove the unnecessary imports, and then come to this screen. Also we need this main style, right? So go to the booking payment screen, and from there go to the styles, just copy this main thing and go over here, paste it like this, import the scale and import it from theme. Yeah, go back and see, yeah, payment methods, right? So instead of payment method, it should be a simple confirmation. So let's rename to confirmation, yeah, like this. Okay, now what we have to do, we also have to add this, this stepper component. So come back to this screen, which is payment screen. Over there you have to add this stepper component like this, import it from components, and as you know that the active is now confirmation, so the both should be ticked and the active should be a white dot. So we need to add that. So instead of 2 we should write 3, so it will be looking like this. So the next thing is the car image. If you can clearly see that we have already had this component, but it had these 3 dots, but it is not having those 3 dots. You get it? So let me add that. Come back. What we need this particular image. Okay, I'm going to copy this Porsche URL. So let me go to the car detail, car screen. Over there I'm going to copy this URL and paste it over here, because I need this same image style. So I'm going to copy this and let's use it over here. Go to the screen, here. So what I'm going to do, just copy the image component from React Native and paste the URL over here. In the source, just add URI like this, and then also we need the style. So I'm going to keep the width as, let's call the const width. Let's do one thing. Let's for now let's give 300 and height 300. See if image is showing. It's showing the image. So if you go to the previous screen, in this image component we had this width, right, and height we have given around 220. So let's copy this and paste it over here. Import the dimension API from React Native, and let's give the height, let's give the width first. Width it will be this much, and height was scale of 220, like this. As you can see that the image is going cut from the right side. So let me add one prop, which is the resize mode, not method but resize mode, and it should be contain. As you can see that image has taken this original form. So let me do one thing. Let's remove the height and see how much width it takes, and let's give the height as a 100%. So and let's make it cover. So it has taken this much. So because the reason is the main is having some padding from the left side and right side. So because the width is, it has taken to the whole screen, so it is trying to adjust somewhere, and it has taken this gap and it is going out of this view. So for that let's reduce some width. So let's see if we can do it 30, or let's say scale of 50. It is looking good. Let's do 40. It looks good. So instead of giving styles inline, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this styles dot image, come to the styles and come over here and just write image, and with this width we will need, I'm going to copy paste over here, and let's see how it is looking. Go over here. As you can see, we need that the height should be like in the number format. So let's type 220, or let's type 180. Now it is looking good. So see that the car is showing like this, and also now see when we added the car we also had this thing, and we also need those things over here. So can we do something? Let's go to this part and go to the car detail screen. Over here the image slider part is done. So if we clearly see that we need this much part, so it can also be a component, but let's take it like this and just copy and then see by pasting it. So import the text from React Native, and font awesome from font awesome, scale from scale, color from colors, like this, and save. Now we need the styles, so including this title to this text. if you can see, we also do not need this F12. So let's go to the styles and just paste it over here. Import the font size and the typography. Yeah, now we also need the flex as well as the review container. So I will add the flex first. Yeah, like this, and the review container. Yeah, we should be having this somewhere here. Let's come back and see what is now issue, that the review text is going out of the view. So why it is happening, let's figure it out. If you can see, we have this title container. Let's add the background color red. So as you can see that it has taken the width which we actually need, but it is going out of this view. And why is the reason for that? To this particular flex, what we are going to add, let's add a width. Let's give it at least 70%, so it can contain only that much amount of space. And then we have this reviews. If you can see that reviews are aligned to the end of the container. So for that, what we will do, go to this review container, and instead of align item center, what I'm going to do, let's do one thing. Where is this review container? So let's add background color blue, and over here, where is the blue, I'm going to keep align item flex end. So yeah, the justify content. So let's remove this color, and if you can see, justify content, let's make it center. So now it will be in the center of the container, like this. So now next part is remove this color green. So text box, so we do not need anything to this particular thing. Where is the text box? Let's keep it, and let's remove this green color and red color. Yeah, like this. Now we should add some spacing to this particular container. So let's see where it is. I'm going to render some margin. Render margin bottom, let's add 12. Also under this, let's add render margin bottom, let's add 4. Cool. And now let's render some border out of this side. So let's close this. Let's render margin bottom, and then I'm going to add render border bottom. Let's give a height of 1 part, which is this booking information. So let's add that. If you can see, we need to add the text. I'm going to name it booking information, booking or information, like this. Okay, and after that, let's add the style, styles dot title. Yeah, let's see how much they have given. So it is semi bold 16. Let me see how much we have. 16 semi bold. Yeah, cool. So let's add some margin bottom. Yeah, like this. And if you can clearly see that we need to add one view for this and then value. So let's do one thing. Let's add one view, and then let's add one text. Text will be booking ID, D small or 00451. Okay, so let me copy paste this, and then let's add style. I'm going to add here a key, and here I'm going to add this value val. Okay, key val. So let me add key and see the style of it. It's around semi bold 14, and I think the text is 7F, so it is placeholder, and it is color is around 7F. So both are having placeholder but regular and semi bold. So key and value. Let me add value. So font size is equal to font size dot 14 for both. Color will be colors dot placeholder, and font family will be typography dot semi bold for key. and I'm going to copy these three things, and instead of semi bold let's add regular, yeah, like this, and both will be having the same color. So instead of val let's add a value. So wrap this into one thing, which is styles dot, let's give some meaningful name. So horizontal container I'm going to name it like this, and then write it over here, flex direction row. Let's add a line item center, justify content, space between, instead of center let's add space between. Yeah, cool. So I also need this dot, so let's see if we can copy this. It is one svg, so leave it like this. So what we need to do, we can either make it a component and then pass this value. So for the time being let's add it like this, and wrap this into a particular view, or we can add something which is style and add some margin bottom to that. Like, let me remove this, let me add a margin bottom of a scale 12 or C, yeah, 12 is good. And over here let's render the margin bottom, yeah, like this, and let's add the name. So name Benjamin Jack, I'm going to name it, name our user is John Doe, and then next we have pickup date. Let's add pickup date. Let's keep the name format, similar to this. I'm going to copy this value. So pickup date with the time, let's add 10:00 AM, and then this will also be the, with the increased time. Let's say at 11 PM I'm going to return the vehicle on this 2 days later. Let's add return date, yeah, and then also location. I'm going to copy this and then paste location. It will be Chicago. Let me copy the location and then paste it over here. Yeah, cool. Let me do one thing. Also we need to add the payment things. So let me copy from here to here. So it will be, instead of booking, we will also need to render this border bottom, okay, over here, and then I'm going to render some margin, as well as instead of booking information it will be a payment, yeah, like this. And then transaction ID, I'm going to copy this transaction ID and this value txt ID. Transaction ID, paste it like this, amount and then dollar, it will be in the $1400, and then service fee $15, service fee, let's add $15, and total amount. But if you can see that the payment, these texts have the boldness, okay, so boldness as well as the color. So for that what we will do, let's add one key which is bold, and let's add font family. So font family should be typography dot semi bold. I'm going to give a color will be bold black. So just copy this thing and come over here, override this like this. I'm going to copy this whole thing and just replace it with this, and this, as well as this. So this all things will be into bold. Remove the location. So if you can see, we have this dotted line. As we do not have this dotted line, we only have this particular component which we are rendering. Let's render this for the time being and scroll up, add this total amount and this thing over here, copy, paste. I'm going to replace it with a total amount, and then write the total amount was 1415. okay, so how much is our total? 14 and then 15, the same one. I'm going to render $1415. Let's scroll up. Yeah, as well as we need the same style, so I'm gonna pick this and paste it over here. If you can clearly see, as well as we need this payment with so if we have chosen the cash, we should show the cash. If we have shown the without the cash, which is payment, so we should show that. Let me add this and let me write payment with. So let me add payment with. So for time being, here we can render the icon. I'm going to write cash. Okay, so user will pay cash. So let's scroll this a bit up, and if we come back, we need this pay now button. So go to the booking detail screen or booking payment screen, scroll down. Over there you should see this button. So just come to our screen and just outside this view paste it, and let's import it. Import the navigation, save the file, and see we have this payment, pay now. Okay, so what we will do, we need some margin from the left side and the right side, so let's add that. So style, button style, style.btn, go to the styles, add the button style. Let's add the margin horizontal scale of 18. As you can see, now it is looking fine. You can see that cache is also not going hide under that button component, so we can scroll up and down, and the pay now will be over there. But instead of pay now, it is now showing confirm. So let's see confirm. Yeah, now you can see we have developed this particular screen. So let's jump right on to the payment status screen. Let's make this. So now let's build this payment status screen. So for that, what we will do, let's come to this screen folder, and over here what I'm going to do, instead of this in this booking folder, let's create another folder, status. So status will be, I'm going to keep status.screen.tsx, and then we'll have status.styles.ts. I'm going to copy this payment style and let's put it into the status screen. Let's remove the unnecessary one. I think the container and the main is necessary. Let's remove the other things. Remove these imports, and then go to the status screen, type the RNFE. Let's write booking status screen. Okay, like this. Yeah, like this. And let's copy this, go to the app navigator, and over here just copy and paste the stack. Over here, instead of the component, type this booking status screen, import it, and let's write it over here, as well as let's write it into the navigator, come down and then paste it over here, and just go to the screen. And over here what we need that this confirmation style over there. So let's copy this till this scroll view and paste it over here, and let's close the bracket like this, and then import the header component from the components, import the scroll view from React Native, as well as we need the styles. So I'm going to write over here the styles. Import the create style from status style. Yeah, good. just remove the unnecessary imports, and we are good to go now. Copy this thing, come to this which is confirmation screen. Over here we need to write and replace to the status screen. Over here you can see that we have got this particular screen. So what we will do, go to this status screen and just replace it to the payment status. So the spelling over there is wrong, so payment, you can see that payment status, so payment status. Okay, so it will be a payment status. So in this particular scroll view we are going to add one image from React Native. So in this particular thing we have added this successful PNG. So let's add it into this index. Let me add this success success, and let's add that CESS PNG. Okay, so what I need that icon. So let's import the assets from asset. Let's destruct it from the asset. I need that success, so I'm going to point it over here. Source will be my success, and then style will be my let's keep it like success image. Yeah, as you can see that image is now visible. So let's add img, and then let's add height. Let's give it at least 45, and width at least scale of 45. See, it is so small, right? So let's see how much they have given. They have given 104. So let's replace it with at least 125. Yeah, cool, right? So what we need, let's copy this, wrap this into a view, and then paste it. We need this payment successful, which is semi-bold and 16. So come over here, add the text, not decorator but text from the React Native. I'm going to write payment successful, payment successful, f small, like this. It was 16 semi-bold, so let's add that. Style was styles dot payment title, or let's keep it a title, a simple generic name. I'm going to write font size dot 16, and then color will be colors dot black, as well as the font family will be typography dot semi-bold, like this. As well as we need this your car rent booking has been successful, so let's add that. Okay, and instead of this I'm going to write this info text. Okay, because it is an information representing to an information, right? So it will be a placeholder, regular 14. I'm going to add font size dot 14, as well as the colors is equal to colors dot placeholder, and yeah, I think font family, which will be typography dot regular, like this. So if you can clearly see, it was semi-bold 16, we have added that. So what's remaining, let's add a container. I'm going to name this styles dot success container. So let's copy and paste, align item center, that's it. As well as add some row gap. Let me add that at least 12. Yeah, it is looking good. Instead of 12, let's do one thing. Let's render some margin bottom. Yeah, add 12. Yeah, let's add 18. Yeah, cool. Also I need some margin over here, render margin bottom. Let's add 4. Cool. If you can clearly see, my image is getting cut. Okay, but here it is not getting cut. See, by adding resize mode, if it looks good. Okay, resize mode will be contain. Yeah, now if you can see that the circle is now visible. So let me add some padding top, padding. Let's add a scale of 12. Yeah, cool. So now if you can clearly see that we need to add this box. So inside box there will be a title, a border bottom, which is a border bottom, what you call is a height, which is a border. Okay, and then we need to add these things. We'll copy it from over here, and then we need to develop this, right? So let's get started. So for this, let's add one view. Close this particular thing. Let's add a view. I'm going to name it something meaningful. Styles dot booking info. Let's add booking info. Yeah, like this. Add it over here. Yeah, add it over here. Let's give background color, colors dot white, and then add some padding vertical. Let me add it 12. Padding horizontal, let me add it 12. Yeah, cool. Let's add this, and let's add the border radius, which is around, let me see, let's add 12. Border radius, let's add scale of 12. Let me visualize you by giving red color. Yeah, 12 is too much. Let's reduce 6. Yeah, also it has some border color. Stroke is how much? It is D7 and D7, so it is, I think, button border. So can you see that D7 is here, button border, right? So let's add border width will be 1, border color, colors dot button border, and let's add white. Yeah, over here let's add render margin bottom. Yeah, like no, instead of this we needed to add render margin bottom. Yeah, cool. So let's add this title, which is booking information, and it is semi bold 14. So come over here, add text, booking, B capital, booking information, I capital. Yeah, like this. And let's add style, styles dot booking title. Can you see if we have a title? Yeah, we have, but it is 16 and we need 14. You know, we need 14. So can we do something like this? Just add a title, and let's add F14. Let's add F14, and let's add font size dot 14, like this. And over here let's add styles dot F14. Looks good. If you can clearly see, our corners are looking a square type and it is a much rounded. Let's increase the border radius to at least 8. Yeah, now looks good. Let's add some border. So over here let's call the render margin, render border bottom. I'm going to add 1. Also render some margin bottom, like this. Also render some margin bottom, like this, and save the file. Okay, so add this car model and this Tesla 3. So we need to copy this from somewhere. If you can see, we can copy it from the previous screen. So let's go and go to the confirmation screen. We need this whole view, so I'm going to paste it over here in the status screen, like this. Also we need the style, so I'm going to copy key value and horizontal container, like this. Yeah, cool. So go to the status screen over here, save the file, and over here you can see we have a car model, Tesla Model 3. So also to this bold, I'm going to add the bold, which is bold, font family, typography dot semi bold, like this. So if you can see, but they have added a regular 14, right? So I'm going to remove this bold, like this. So instead of total amount, let's add car model, a car model, and rental date, car model, and then we have Tesla Model 3. We have Tesla Model 3, like this. And the Tesla should be black color, so that should be some different. So let's add BL, color will be colors dot black. Let's add over here styles dot BL. Cool. So let's render this 3 times like this, and then something happened. Let me control Z. Rental date, let me add that, as well as let's add a rental date. Let's copy this and paste it over here. Let's give a gap. Cool. And name John Doe. Name will be like this, John Doe, like this. Save the file, come to the bottom and see now how it's looking. If you can clearly see that we should have some gap from the top. So can we do that? Instead of 12 I'm going to add 18. Looks good. So add that border over here with the gap. I'm going to render this margin bottom after this whole view. Instead of 12 let's add 18, or let's say render margin top. Anything is fine. Let's keep it the same. And over there let's copy this whole thing. Okay, so it will be good for us. So let's copy this and paste it over here with the transaction detail. So I'm going to copy this booking information, which is this title, and gonna paste it over here, like this, and some margin bottom. Instead of 18 let's keep it 8. And over here we need some margin, so I'm going to copy paste like this. So over here the transaction ID will be transaction date and transaction method. So we'll add transaction ID, it will be something hashtag. So I'm going to copy paste the same thing like this, and add transaction date and payment method. I'm going to copy paste 3 times. Okay, so here it will be transaction date DATE, and then payment method payment, like this, and then it will be some date, which I am going to copy from over here. Let's paste it like this, and then credit card info. In this case we had a cash. Let's add the border, and over here let's add it, and margin top and bottom will have this, not much gap, or small, so let's leave it at least 4. Cool. Over here we'll add a total amount like this we added. So let's pick that up, whole view, paste it over here. Total amount, instead of transaction ID we'll have total amount, and then amount will be 1415 in the dollar, but it will be a bold, styles dot bold and styles dot BL. It will be a bold with black, like this. Okay, and over here we need to add that button, so let's copy paste that button. So if you go to the previous screen, which is confirmation screen, we need to add that button. So After this scroll view, we'll add this button, import the button from the component button, navigate obviously, and then styles dot button, which we will add from previous screen, which is confirmation screen. Over there we have this button style, which is margin. Add it over here and go to the screen and see if we can see it. This is the payment confirmation, and there the payment is successful with the amount and the confirmation button. So as you can see, we have developed this. So there are also two buttons which people can add and also contribute to this repo if you want to, which is download receipt and share your receipt. So let's try, guys. I need to see this from your side. Let's make a PR over here to this particular repo I'm showing you. If you do not know how to make a PR, comment down below and let's make a PR. I want to see how you can contribute. I want this download receipt button and then share your receipt button with the same style, with the same icon. Let's see who can do this. Okay, so yeah, this was it for this video, and in the next video we'll move on to the next section. So yeah, till then, bye bye, stay happy, stay safe, and work hard. Don't forget to work hard. That's it.